Okay, this is part 2, and I'm going to get right to it. Again, we're back in the video, Homegrown Hate, The War Among Us. ABC News, done a week ago. At the 5-minute and 41-second mark, you can go online and find the video. There's a symbol. Let's look at it. Now, this is not to call this group out. This is a legendary group. They've been around for years, but it's the same type of things that have gone on before. I'm just going to show you what the meanings are behind the logo or image. As we know, the logo or logos is a particular word by itself, but it's an image. It's you know, our companies are designed on logos. Now, I want to show you this. Now, I'm going to go to 2 different screens. So again, keep in your mind what that logo looks like. Here we go. Keep that in your mind. Here we go. Now let's just show you a short video. It's from a song by a group called Disturbed. Everybody remembers this song called The Vengeful One, right? Now you can watch the video on your own time, but I just want to show you this for 10 seconds and I'm going to take you to one more screen. The beginning of the video. So again, we're at 6 seconds into this video. It's a 4-minute and 21-second video. It says, he watches from the ageless void, enlightened. Who's the enlightened one? Enlightened shadow of his former self, waiting for the time he'll take human form again. One more sentence to add in. To avenge the victims of the war machine and vanquish the evil that gave it life. He is the hand of God. That's the theme of the song. What's his real name? The Dark Messiah. Let's go. Final part of the video. Anybody recognize that sign? That's the peace sign, right? But it has a circle on it, Harry. Yes, it does. If you notice, if you just look at the angle, there's a line shooting straight up. So that's your pyramid with something coming out of it, right? But let's not look at it that way, because you can also look at it, well, there's 4 pieces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, Harry. There's 4 pieces. Is that the 4 corners of the world? No, we're not going to go into that. We're just looking at the symbol. That's the peace symbol, right? So if you flip that upside down and remove the circle, you have the image that we just showed you before, right? Now I want you all to buckle up. When I say buckle up, I mean buckle up. Because remember, this is the peace sign. The sign for peace. Well, the opposite of peace is not peace. It's war, right? Just showed you the war god, right? So let's go. We're going to jump right back into the OSP Book of Jehovah. We're going to zoom in here. Because a lot of people say, oh, well, this isn't a real book. This wasn't really done. This was done in the 900s. I proved it already. Let's look up the definition again of the word Dan. Dan, light. A cycle dawn is Dan, as in the arc of spectra or arc of Ban. Such a Dan comes once every 3,000 years and is preceded by spiritual manifestations and by signs and wonders. We just showed you a sign. But you wonder, don't you? See, because we really can't see any of these things. It's just, oh, it's just make-believe. It's not real, right? It's not real. Just as much as COVID isn't real. People are just getting a heavier dose of the flu when they're passing away. A Dan is also a sub-cycle Dan of 200, 400, 600, etc. years. Well, why haven't we known that? What do we see in the Dan image that they gave you before they wrote the definition? You have a square, there's OR, or a circle. Square or a circle. Well, they placed a circle over that image that we showed you. What image? There it is. Remove the letter N or the Z sideways, and there's your symbol. Do you see it? That's it. That's no different than saying God the Father, Son, or Holy Ghost. And there's the word or right there. I got my bad hand. Sorry. I can't really do it. But there's the letter or, O-R, right in between it. And they show you an image of something with a person. Look at the blood coming out of the image of the person. So what is this here? This is the same as this. And they told you this is a Dan. And yet you can see the initials, New York. Don't you see it? New York. But that's pretend. Let's just stick with the image. You got the V there and the line going through it. It's Dan's. Coronavirus is a Dan. They're brought back to do what? Infect. Why? Because it is over. They are now coming back to the surface with no care because they know their time is up. And weirdly enough, if you take the square or the circle, why is that legendary with Dan's? I'll show you real quick and end this video. We have to scroll up. So let me place this down so it doesn't shake too much. And it's shaking like crazy. I'm going to show you something really quick and we're done. Stop shaking. Let me put it down for a second. Remember, they're gray spirit. You see the logo? That's supposedly the name of the true, so-called true creator. A circle with a leaf in through it, and they got a cross through it, right? That's Dan's. Because there's one more spot. Remember your circle and square we showed you before? There's your square with the leaf on it. And there's your circle with the cross. It also means this, this, this. So what are those symbols? If you combine the symbols together, you'll see. Look, there's even something over this dude's head. You see it? I'm going to break that down in the very final video to this series. But for right now, it has to do everything with that name there. And as I showed you in a previous video with the chalice, what that God is all about, where he came from. It's really I-V-H-V. We say Yahweh, which is Y-H-W-H. It's really V-H-U-H. Or excuse me, I-H-V-H. Look up I-H-V-H on Google. That's all you have to do. But we have to call this God out. Why? Because if we don't do something now, it'll be too late for all of us. It's over. This is what's been going on in the shadows, in the darkness of night. When you're missing kids and sacrifices happen and things of that sort, it's all been going on for centuries. And that's the truth.